So what's going on, guys? Well, you are in the film. You are in there.
Can you wait for me to get out of the kitchen?
Yes.
Wait.
We're waiting. Good morning, y'all. So, the past couple of days, this household has had a cold. And I was actually the last one to get it, and really the first one to kick it. And how I did it, I feel, I drank a bunch of tea and took a bunch of vitamin C. that's my big reveal, right? But the tea I drank is what's kind of different. Now I have a buddy who did a video on this like a while back, a couple years ago or so, a couple years ago when I first saw it, and it was pine needle tea. And I was like, first I was like, okay, he's kind of being silly, but then he told me the benefits of it, and I just never really thought about it any other time until this time when I was like I want to kick this quick, and I don't want to drink all Chastity's tea. We had some echinacea tea that she's been drinking and stuff, and I did have some of that as well, but the pine needle tea, when I looked it up just to be certain of what kind of pine needles I needed or if it really mattered, and so apparently pine needles are like high in vitamin C and vitamin A, and they're good anti-inflammatory properties in it. And so I was like, you know what, let's try this. Why not? What can it hurt? I hope I don't get sick. You know, we got it this morning, and Chastity was still kind of congested and stuff. I mean, we're all fine. It's just there's still some congestion going on with them. And so I was like, you need to drink you some pine needle tea. So she's like, we'll go outside and get me some pine needles. And I was like, you know what, let's make a video on it because y'all need to know about this too. It's pretty cool. So pick some pine needles. She already kind of strained some of it out, but we got a handful of pine needles. The aroma is amazing. Of course, it smells like a pine tree, but it doesn't taste like a pine tree. Put that out there, that it smells like a pine tree, but it doesn't taste like a pine tree. It has like a fruity taste almost. It's really delicious, actually. Zoe liked it, which surprised me. I didn't think the kids would. So, picked a handful of pine needles, washed them in cold water first, and I cut the ends off that they're attached to the limb. Then we steeped it for about 10, 15, 20 minutes or so. After this, we're gonna pour it and strain it. A little strainer, whoop, into another cup. Add sweetener to it, which would be maple syrup, and they'll drink it on up, and it's gonna add to their healing selves. Speaking of the cold weather, or cold, we've got here in South Carolina, it finally turned cold again. It's like, just doesn't know what it wants to do. But we do have some pretty inclement weather coming where it's gonna get really cold and there's a possibility of snow. So we've got some things around here that we need to do. Gave them some food scraps. Made some barbecue yesterday. Jeremy gave me some of their spices that he made from their peppers, and I used the chipotle and rubbed a Boston butt with it. Cooked it in the Instant Pot. Man. Thanks, Jeremy. So we got some things to prepare for with this cold coming. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to harvest the last bit of our lettuce that's on the green stalk. I did, when I harvested some of the other ones, you know, I just cut them off at the stem. So I just cut them off, and then, you know, they've obviously started sprouting back and things like that. Little pieces. But like stuff like this, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off. And this one, I'm gonna cover that up, and I did kind of transplant some strawberries. So I'll cover them up just to make sure that that real cold weather, if it does snow or freeze, South Carolina, I'm guaranteeing it's gonna freeze, not so much on the snow, but we'll see. It's definitely gonna get cold enough so when it rains, it's gonna freeze. So another thing I'm kind of worried about with this snow, or possible snow and definitely freeze, is the ducks. Y'all are so loud. You've been fed it. She's hungry. The Starburst and Kuna, first off, Starburst, she's kind of like, well, I ain't gonna lie, she's kind of mean. But she was getting kind of beat up by the other chickens, and she decided that she wanted to be in here with the ducks. Not sure how that makes sense. Y'all, settle down, settle down. Settle down. Had to give the ducks some food so they'd be quiet for a little bit, so I could talk. So their little house right there, they're just not using it. And so I'm worried that with the rain and stuff, that they're going to be outside, or they're not. Maybe it's not big enough, or they feel like it's not big enough, or something. The two chickens use it. Kuna and Starburst use it all the time, and laying eggs and things like that. But the ducks tend to lay their eggs just randomly out in the yard or over by the water spigot. So what I'm gonna do is the piece that came with this, that goes off the front, right here, goes off the front, and it was wire, you know, because that's all supposed to be one coop. I've got it sitting over there with some tin on it. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring it in here, set it next to it. So it's definitely not the most sturdiest thing. I do have, might have some pieces of tin I can put on top just to kind of give it some more bracing. Of course, the ground isn't level right there, but I think the size will work. It's got a little door on the back too, so we can, you know, we don't have to try to crawl in there. I don't know. I might. If we do it like this. What if we do this? You know, I wonder if that'll work. If we do it like that, that way, if they want to go in, they can go in to lay some eggs. But we still have a good cover. I can take some tin off the top. And we'll have to dig down a little bit, obviously, make it go lower than the tin that's on the house itself. But then I can put the other piece of tin on there so the water runs down and hits that and doesn't go like inside of it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think that'll be good. I'm not gonna lie to you. This actually turned out a lot better than I thought it would. We get some hay, toss it on in there. We'll see what they do with it. Here's our winter storm. It looks like just a bunch of rain to me. Imagine that, bunch of rain here in South Carolina instead of snow. Just happens that way. You know, they get us all excited and clear out the shelves in the grocery stores just so it can rain a little bit and people can get excited. It might have snowed last night while we were all sleeping, but it's still low. I don't have a thermometer out here, but it's saying it's 33, but it's just gonna do this, rain, and then possibly freeze. I don't even know if it's gonna get down to freezing tonight. Maybe close to like 36 degrees. I'm not positive, but I did cover up my green stalk, you know, just because I knew it was gonna rain so much. I didn't want it getting just waterlogged. And so, if you can, I made my new duck shelter I did. It's working out pretty well. I'm in here, nice and dry. But you can see, there's nothing in. There's nobody in here with me. Not even in here. There's an egg. It looks like Kuna laid an egg. A couple eggs in there. A couple chicken eggs in there. We got a couple chicken eggs in there. But there's a spot that's it's very This looks like the ducks did maybe use it last night, maybe at least one. There's a spot right here, kind of wallowed out. But it's raining right now. Let me get back to the porch. So, yeah, had to put this on, it was raining. We're against a pretty good wind. As you can tell, my chickens and my duckies are outside in the rain. I'm actually about to catch Kuna and Starburst because I'm not sure why they're out in the rain. All my other chickens, you know, I put the tin roof on there. They're nice and clean, dry. I'm not sure why they aren't smart enough to be like, hey, stay in here out of the warm, or stay in here out of the cold, out of the wet rain. But I'm about to catch them. I'm probably just gonna get some food, get it in there, and get that little plastic gate that we used to use, and just block them in there. That way, make sure they stay in there, get dried off. Especially the Silky. She's gonna get sick if she stays out in this. Oh, what? Check it out. Check it out. Kuna is in the shelter. See her? Can you see her? I think they're both in there, so I'm gonna try to. I think they're both in there, so I'm gonna go closer real quick. Okay, it is cold in the rain. I'm gonna go get the GoPro. I gotta show y'all something. This thing a long time. I can't. I don't remember why now. I can't see myself. I don't know if I'm in frame. I hope I'm in frame. Okay, so first off, I showed you. I've got them in now. So put the stuff over it. I know you're thinking, well, now the ducks can't get in. Well, they can actually get on there. They're a little bit more equipped for water. Look at these things right here. Hey, Okie, get here. What are you doing? You have a whole barn. Why is there a chicken out? My goodness. Goats are in this doghouse. Instead of being in their actual big spacious barn. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Huh? What are y'all doing in here? Both of them. Y'all staying warm? I mean, they're dry in there. So, okay, you need to get chickens. Chickens are good. Pigs are good. And they're out right now because I'm out. But I'm not sure why that one chicken is out. Go grab her. Grab this chicken. They're like, you got food? I'll get you some food. I got scraps for you. I hate this chicken for doing this. Come here. All right, y'all girls be good. You don't. Hey. You know, it's pretty crazy to think, like how we think, like, dang, it's cold out here and stuff like this. I'm holding this chicken right now, and she's actually pretty warm. Woo! Wind. So that's why I'm not too worried. Like, animals are equipped for this. You know, God knows what he's doing. He knew what he was doing when he made them. You know, yeah, of course. We still give them shelter. So like I was saying, you know, it's easy for people to be like, I'm cold, so they're cold. So like if you look at Oak, I don't even know where he is right now. Oh, he's over here. If you look at Oak, you're thinking, oh, it's raining, freezing temperatures, like he needs to come inside. He's built this way. He is built to be out there like this. Like, you know, his coat was made to tolerate ice, rain. Now, and he's smart enough to get out of the weather when he needs to, but he also knows that right now it's kind of a vulnerable time for a lot of these animals. So he's making his rounds. He's securing the property, making sure that everybody is good and safe. Now with the goats, I'm going to stretch it by saying that they're smart enough to get out of the rain, but I'm not sure why. Hey, they're out of the rain. They're in the little doghouse together, keeping warm, so they're fine. I guess it makes them feel more secure than inside the big barn. So they're dry. They're very dry. Well, there's things you can do. You know, there's things you can do to make them comfortable, but it's all relevant. They're made to be out here. I did the best I could before this happened, and honestly, I thought the chickens and ducks would be smart enough to use the house. Which, again, you see the chickens, they went in, but they were outside soaking wet also. We'll get them some food. And yeah, this is our South Carolina winter storm right here. Just a whole bunch of really cold rain. So we couldn't be outside without our trusted partner. Isn't that right? Say howdy. Howdy. He's got his puffy coat on. I'm just gonna get I locked Kuna up. Kuna and Starburst up in there. We gotta go take them. We're gonna take them some food, so that way they can have food in there and stay warm. Okay. All right. So let's go get them some food. Okay. That's enough wet excitement for today. So we're gonna go inside. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna make a fire. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this gloomy day with my kids. Wife's out of town, so daddy daycare. I actually think we're about to go get lunch with my parents. So appreciate you. Hope you're staying warm wherever you are. Stay dry. Have a great day. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Catch you in the next one.